to delink us from the dependence on dollar and other foreign Western currencies, long time. And that is not just an issue for Russia, but for many other countries, because we know what happens after EU, US, and some other countries introduced how they call it, health sanctions against Russia. It didn't help them much, but it tells us that they are not reliable. Their financial system is not something that we can rely upon, knowing that they at any time they can switch off or rather swift off the international payment system, that dollar transactions are not reliable anymore. They sanctioned the dollar itself because now the dollar cannot travel to Russia officially. So we have to find ways how to move to a new system of exchanges with countries that are friendly to us, and we need to find.
Countries are saying, in order to avoid this consequence of the imposition of sanctions by the United States, on the basis that you are using their currency, in order to avoid the consequences of sanctions that arise from that, let's walk away from the dollar. When Russia trades with China, there's no reason why they must use dollars to exchange. None. And so that even India is saying the same thing. So globally, there's a discussion that is taking place to say we must find alternative means of trading among ourselves and not subject ourselves to the situation where there's one currency in the world, which becomes the global reserve currency. Because it gives the country that is the issuer of the money, that's the United States, it gives it the power to impose its will.
Opportunity. So stablecoins and CBDCs can make domestic payments better. And that's extremely important because if domestic payments aren't good, international payments can't possibly be good. Every international payment, at least a retail or consumer one or anything that's not directly between the largest banks, there's going to be a domestic payment on each side. If I'm going to pay a vendor in Italy, there's going to be a domestic payment once my funds get to Italy to that vendor. And so making domestic payments better is essential if we're going to make everything else better too. XRP is an efficient bridge between two assets, including stablecoins and CBDCs. It's neutral, it's jurisdictionless, it's censorship resistant, it doesn't have any central counterparty that you need to trust, so it can be used as a sort of universal bridge. And blockchains are what provide that level playing field so that banks and regulators can live in a multi-asset future without having to deal with hundreds of different APIs, hundreds of different controllers or different rule sets.
And it's been exciting at the same time that it's been challenging, but I think we're in a really good position as it relates. And this is the question that always gets asked: is this a solution that's looking for its exact problem? The use cases are important, and I think the use cases for this new payment rail have really great promise. But early on, we anticipate that it'll be used most heavily by our commercial clients. Things like cash concentration and daily payroll, to which you heard a little bit about, that's becoming much more prevalent out there. We believe our clients will demand that their bank offer these types of payments today, but really in the future. And the other thing that we've talked a lot about, and Bhushan touched a little bit, is a lot of the early use cases focus on the idea of a commercial entity, but even the consumer, the fact that they can move money from one financial ecosystem to their deposit account, or another ecosystem to their deposit account at an FI is really incredible. And then choose how quickly they want to receive the funds. That's what's becoming the norm. So Venmo, PayPal, FanDuel, Shopify, these businesses are really monetizing their own sites and giving customers, their clients, the ability to move money the way they want to. And then we, as financial institutions, we need to be ready for this reality. I think we do recognize that there are many existing use cases that are out there that get talked about a lot, as well as some of those evolving use cases: vendor, supplier, consumer disbursements, just-in-time payments, or urgent payments, bill payment, returns, refunds, things like that. And then Bhushan mentioned the gig economy, which is, the idea of I want to be paid for services that I perform today. I want to be paid now.
Yeah, buddy. Crypto Hulk did some deep dives. Elon Musk's Twitter. Here's the origins. X.com. Here's the page from like, I don't know, 20 years ago. This is what you saw 20 years ago. Next. PayPal starts to merge in with X.com, which is Twitter. Oh, here we go down the rabbit hole. Here's all these articles that I found. Yes. What do we got here? When cash will no longer count. Here's PayPal, X.com, with an article, when cash will no longer count. This is the article. Oh shit, Crypto Hulk, snap. It's talking about electronic money. In 2015, Ripple was considered electronic money. I've already shown that. I've shown that like 4 times on my program. This article's dated 2000. Elon Musk has been working on this for 23 years. My show, Peter Thiel, met with the guy who had electronic money back then. Okay? Right here is, let's see if we can find his name. Max Levchin, a young software developer. He developed electronic money coming out of Stanford. Hey, you know what? Bucket. Go to my show. Yeah, Crypto Hulk's got it going on. I show all this on my show. On YouTube, live stream, check it out.
People outside the United States don't really care that the SEC is suing us. People outside the United States don't really care that the SEC is suing us. People outside the United States don't really care that the SEC is suing us.
Meanwhile, we are now only just a few weeks away from the Federal Reserve launching its new interbank payment system called FedNow. 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 FedNow.
Hope this ain't no fucking scam. Because in time, the truth comes out, motherfucker. You're either going to be a scam or we're going to get fucking rich. Which one is it? That's another hard-hitting fucking question for your pansy ass. Which one is it, bitch?